Hey guys, so today I want to talk about virginity. I want to talk about what it means to society, what it means to me, what it could or couldn't mean to you, and what it means to kind of lose it or not lose it. Let's go. In yesterday's video, I covered where the idea of virginity comes from like more of a historical sense. I'll leave that there for you. Virginity is more of a social construct. It's something that society has deemed that is a thing. So the way modern society shows virginity and losing it is you have a male and a woman, penis goes into the vagina, hymen breaks, you bleed, it hurts, you're done. And to be honest with you, I don't really agree with this. Because one, the hymen can break without a man. It can break if you're exercising or doing activities. It can break with tampons. It can actually just break naturally, or you can even be born without a hymen. So that idea of not having a hymen means you're not a virgin is kind of obsolete now because we know better. Then you have from the medical side, you don't actually break or pop the hymen. Using this camera as a vagina, the hymen doesn't cover the whole vagina. It covers a portion of it. So you're not actually breaking the hymen. What you're doing, if you're doing it right, you're actually just moving it down. But if you're not careful, you can tear it. The second problem of the social construct virginity is that it doesn't really encompass everything. Penis, vagina, done, not a virgin. There's so much more to sex than just a penis and a vagina. Not everybody's going to have the penis-vagina interaction. You have trans, lesbian, gay people, they're gonna have different interactions, and that's still sex. But even with a heterosexual male and female, you have more stuff than just vaginal intercourse. My personal viewpoint on what constitutes sex or not sex is whenever you're getting pleasure from your genitals. So if I'm receiving fellatio or if I'm giving cunnilingus, I view that as sex. In a way, I kind of view it as different levels of sex because you have like oral and then vaginal and you have anal, and so they're all kind of different things, but I do view them all as sex. But those are just my thoughts on what constitutes sex, so please let me know your views on what sex is or isn't. Going back to the actual act of kind of heterosexual sex. You can do things that alleviate the whole like popping the cherry and everything. I don't really like that saying, to be honest with you, but there's things you can do to reduce pain, to reduce bleeding. It takes a slight bit of planning, but in the end, you're gonna be better off. So if you remember, the hymen is more like this, and what you want to do is you want to stretch that out so it doesn't hurt and doesn't bleed. So what I recommend is about a month or two before you actually have sex, you start kind of stretching that a little bit. And the best way to do that for a woman is your fingers. So bring out a finger and stretch it a little bit. But what that'll do is that'll go from here down to here, and so what it'll do is it'll actually help you prepare. Now, when you're actually about to have sex, there's a few things to remember. Foreplay, guys, foreplay is key. Oral sex and all that fun stuff, which we'll talk about later. You wanna be aroused, you wanna be turned on because of what happens down there. Blood flows down to the area, makes everything a little bit more puffy and bigger, and you get lubricated, which makes it a lot easier to go in. Before he actually goes inside you, breathe, relax. Because if you're all nervous and you're tense, it's gonna make it more painful. Before you actually put your penis in a vagina, you wanna put lube on it. Water-based or silicone-based, just make sure that if you use silicone-based, you don't use too much. Water-based gets absorbed in the skin, silicone doesn't. So if you use too much, it'll be just everywhere. Never, ever, ever use KY or baby oil or Crisco, like none of that stuff. So as a woman, if you've prepared yourself, if you're relaxed, if you've enjoyed, if you've done foreplay, you've used lube, you relax and everybody takes it easy, take it slow, communicate, and it shouldn't be that bad. I'm not promising it won't be painful at all. I'm not promising that there won't be any blood, but those things will make it better. Also, there's the question of when should I be having sex? This is a big question and it really relies on you. But there are a few things that I would recommend doing. When I was in high school, I actually wouldn't have sex with my girlfriend until I could actually go drive and buy my own condoms. I wanted to make sure that not only could I drive myself to the store to get condoms, but that I also had a job in which I could pay for said condoms. That was my role within the confines of our relationship. And then you have the fact that you never have to have sex with anybody unless you absolutely want to. And I can tell you from any age at all, if somebody is pressuring you to have sex and you're a little wary about it, don't do it. Because if somebody's pressuring you, they're not worth having sex with. So if you don't want to have sex, whether it's for personal or religious reasons, that's perfectly fine too. Just make sure that it's your choice not to and not somebody else putting that on you. So to put an actual number on an age, I can't really do that. I was 16 and I'm really happy with that number for me, personally. But there is no minimum or maximum age limit. I have friends and I know people that have had sex at like 20, 24, 25 for the first time, and they were perfectly happy, and that's completely normal. Make sure that whenever you're having sex, it's something that you want to do. Let me know if you guys have any questions on virginity or what you thought about my points, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a great day. Bye.